Welcome back to the Auto Show. Well, the used car business has been growing phenomenally for the last many years now. 15 to 20% kind of a growth rate we are seeing, and currently it stands for nearly 3 million cars. And to talk more about, we have with us Dr.Nagendra Palle from Mahindra First Choice. He's the CEO. Thank you, Mr. Palle, for talking to Bloomberg TV India. Let's begin by understanding this whole used car space. That's obviously a very lucrative market. You've been in the business for quite some time now. How is the market looking? What is the kind of potential do you see, and how do you see yourself grow in this market?
The market is phenomenal. It's sort of two ways to look at it. One is it's early in its cycle in the history of used car space. I think there's a long way to go. Having said that, it's still very large and very lucrative, as you say. Used car margins tend to be higher in the industry, about 8 to 10% versus 3 to 4% for new cars. And if you look worldwide, the used car market tends to be bigger than the new car market and more lucrative for the dealers as well.
What is your own understanding of the consumer psyche that you get to sort of see very closely when they are looking for a used car?
One is the condition of the vehicle. Used cars are unique commodities. They want to make sure that they understand it's a used car and not a new car, but they want to be sure that it's a good quality car. They want to make sure the paperwork, the RC books, etc. If they buy a car, they'll actually end up owning the car as opposed to having a problem with that. They make sure that they pay a fair price. And frankly, with aspirational purchases with the young families, they want to make sure they have a good experience buying. So it's all about the trust deficit that we talked about. It's all around these four things, and everything we do is around bridging the trust deficit along these four factors.
How at Mahindra do you work around ensuring that the customer gets very comfortable around these things? Do you give them a proper warranty on the cars that they pick up and things like those?
Yeah, we think we are a little bit of a pioneer in the space. We've learned a lot over the last 12 to 15 years of creating this business. So first of all, we have very high standards around certifying a vehicle. And certifying a vehicle is different from inspecting a vehicle. What we mean by certifying is a vehicle is inspected, a list of things are considered to be fixed before a vehicle can be certified. We guide our dealers to be able to fix those things, and once they do that, we certify the vehicle, which means that it's eligible for a warranty.
Sure.
And when a consumer buys a warranty, they have a problem, they call us. So that is a big part of our value proposition, and with the Mahindra brand behind it, they know that if something goes wrong, they know who to call and where to get us.
Sure.
So I think that's a big part of it.
What are your plans on expansion when you talk about the Indian market?
We are about 650 dealers so far this year. And in we just hit 300 towns today. Okay. So we are present in 300 unique towns across the country. And we hope to end up around 750 dealers by the end of this fiscal year. And in a couple of years, over 2,000 dealers. I mean, that's generally
that's
the
massive
growth.
Expansion that
massive
you're embarking
expansion.
on.
And we just see a lot of pull to the model. And along with, because the expansion is on the back of not just our brand and our business model, but also around all the products and services that we are giving the dealer, including things like pricing guides,
sure,
etc.
But how is the competition with the unorganized guys? Because there is a lot of buy and sell that happens through many dealers, the small time, chaps, even garage guys, etc. How do you see the competition from them, and do you think that affects to some extent your business, or
no,
there's a potential opportunity there?
No, absolutely. I mean, I think the unorganized market will still be there. I mean, even as fast as the organized market is growing, it's still small. The entire organized sector, we believe, is somewhere around 15-16% of the market, with about over 25% of the market which is unorganized. And if you think the growth rate, if the organized sector is growing at about 40%, even if in 5 years the unorganized sector will still be pretty large, but I think in another 10 years it'll be a very different landscape. People have less time, more products, more transparency, demand for reliability, I think will drive consumers more and more towards the organized sector.
Anything you want to tell the viewers as to why they should come and pick up a vehicle? This is an opportunity for a lot of people to look at and buy new vehicles. Why should they come to Mahindra First Choice?
Absolutely. 60% of our buyers are first-time buyers. These are young families that are buying their first vehicle. And around the world, the first vehicle is a used car. And you know what? We have great used cars, and you can buy with complete peace of mind. So go forth and find a dealer and buy a vehicle with warranty, and I think you won't regret it.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks
Mr.
very
Palle.
much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.